Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got another, well, this is actually the last Alliance War for the season, and I've got kind of a tough path, so I will be max boosting. I believe I only used one loyalty boost, but I did switch through two class-specific power gain boosts. So, like I said, I'll be max boosting because first node is a rank 5 Modok. The way I know that because we have faced these guys before, so this is our second time facing them. And yeah, so I know this first one is a rank 5 Modok, and Modok is one of the beefier champs in terms of health. So as you can see, 112k. Going with Void right away because Void has those intimidating debuffs, which I can use to my advantage. So whenever I'm trying to bait a special, he'll still be ticking away at health. So yeah, and plus you guys know I run the Resonate Mastery, so that's more health that he degens. Alright, so far so good. Managed to get a nice intercept early on as well. Got 3 debuffs on there, got a baited special attack. So one of the scary things about this node is the fact that with each fury buff, Modok, or well, any champion really, they hit like a lot more. It's not just like a couple hundred, it's thousands. So as you can see, almost 3,000 through my block with I believe it's just 3 furies. Getting in a sweet heavy to break his auto block. Unfortunately, I did miss the timing on that special attack. Got another one in here, so I pretty much got the timing in. Practiced a lot, so much that I ran out of duel credits, and I had to. I think I probably spent another 10 or 15 units to duel even more, just in case. Then next we have Corg. So for this one I'm going to use the skill 150% boost just in case I get stuck in the corner and I need to just cycle special 2s to finish off the fight. Alright, so trick here is going to get Bane on him. That will help me out with damage. And then I'm not going to push him to an SP1 just yet. So I'm going to stop my combo real short. And here, as you can see, I'll be able to transfer Bane super fast. Next up is Bane the special 2. So I know he's going to go unblockable and unstoppable. But I just need to bait it. And there we go. On to special 2. And I am going to use my special 2 here. As soon as he baits, I know it's going to do a lot of damage because of the armor, but at least I'll get some power from the special 2, which I can just use to regen. And there you go. Corg is almost down. Use the Nightcrawler trick so that he could stay still. And there we go. Came out with 67% health, which is pretty good. And on to the next tough fight, a rank 5 Domino. As you guys know, Domino is a little tricky. You got to make sure you time everything. You got to time everything so that you do not have unlucky on you. If you have unlucky on you and you're trying to trigger something, sometimes it can be tough luck and it could get pretty ugly. Alright, so here I'm just trying to get a couple debuffs on her. I see I have the unlucky, so I'm gonna bait a heavy attack. Unlucky is almost off me, and gonna use my SP1. Alright, and soon I'll have another one. So now I have 3 debuffs on me. Luckily, she used her special 2 as I was walking in. So that helped me a ton, the fact that I didn't have to bait a special attack. I use my SP1, so now I have 5 debuffs on Domino. And this is where her health really comes down because of Despair being at max level, so that took a huge chunk of her health. Lucky there, when I pushed her above a power bar, she didn't get a unlucky on me. Now we got Fear the Void, and so in a bit I'll get another debuff on her. I believe another Petrify. There we go. And with the Despair Mastery plus Buffet helping me out, Domino went down pretty quickly, and I didn't lose too much health. Next up, we've got Kingpin, and generally, whenever I fight a Kingpin, it's with Sparky, but I'll normally have a Power Start 1. Here, I will not be using Power Start 1, but I will be using a Tech Boost, just to make my job a little bit easier, take this fight down. Again, I did not need to max boost for this path, but because it's the last war of the season and I want to come out with 0 deaths, I max boosted and took every precaution I could to make sure that I was ready for each fight. Alright, so just gonna build to max poise. Alright, and I do mess up around probably halfway into this fight, or maybe like a minute in, where I parried, and I basically I took too long, or I responded badly right there, where he threw his heavy, and yeah, I thought I got my parry in, but he shrugged it off and threw his heavy, so he got me right there. Throw my SP2. He's close to halfway down. The shocks are actually doing a lot of work for me. And now I just gotta bait in SP1. Alright, and lay into him, I believe. Yeah, throw my SP2 again. I got 2 crits, so I'm almost at another power, another bar of power. He's in his overpower, but I got my SP1 and I take him down. So could have been a cleaner, but I'm not using. Actually, I do use Sparky one more time. No, you know what? Legacy fought a Corg, so I knew my next fight after this one wasn't gonna be a Corg. So I do use Sparky 2 more times. So I am gonna heal Sparky up. At first, I didn't know who to use, but at the end, I do end up going with Sparky because I believe, like I said, we fought these guys before, so this is probably an Emma Frost, and Emma Frost with Sparky is cake work. Basically, as you're trying to bait a special, you build a poise. When she throws her special, you build 2 more poise. So baiting 1 special, you get a payout of 2 or 3 poise charges, which is pretty nice. I believe it's probably mostly because Sparky doesn't auto evade it, so you get both of those poise. Alright, so just gonna build her power up a little bit. I'm gonna build my poise as well. Sometimes Emma Frost, her dash in, for some reason, I guess it's a little further than some champions, so it lets her be a little closer to clip you, but if you're holding your block, she'll throw a heavy instead. Didn't happen in this fight, but it has happened in other fights when I faced her on node 12. Alright, so going in to throw my SP2, land a couple of shocks, and she's almost down already. Just gotta bait 1 more. SP1, there we go, and kick in the face, and she's down. Alright, and this, so we have 2 more fights left. We are winning the war currently, and got Amir's 5-star 565. And so I look at his profile, he's got a Thor Ragnarok, so I know this is Thor Ragnarok. So I heal up Sparky, and this is not a problem. But I thought I was taking the next fight, which is a Juggernaut with Void, so I throw in another level 4 potion. So you generally not a big deal, but the guy on lane 8, he had played Ghost Rider, which is fine if he takes it, but, and I told him this, like, if you're gonna take the fight, you know, you just gotta ask, that way I don't waste a potion. But it really not that big of a deal, but it's still, you know, it's a waste of a potion because I ended up not using Void for the next fight. Alright, so we got Thor Ragnarok. Gonna build my poise. I believe. Yeah, he just like kind of hit me in my block, so I just punished his heavy attack. One thing I noticed was that my damage output was like, well, my damage output is like so low, and I was like, it's got to be my poise, but realized I only used a health boost on this, so I was like, oh, you know, never mind, just being stupid. Damage output isn't low, it's just I didn't really boost. And generally, for these last fights, I don't like to boost that much, just because generally I can take them with whoever is on my team. Sometimes I'll see a Mystic, I'll use Blade, unless it's maybe even it's like a if it's like a magic, I'll use Blade obviously, but if it's let's say Mephisto, I'll use Void, just easier fights. But generally this team can handle most of the champions on these nodes on lane 7. Alright, he throws SP2, punish, and I believe he throws an SP1, and I just gotta throw an SP1 as well, and Thor Ragnarok is down. Alright. And on to the next, like right here, you see he's stuck on node 43 because I had to unlink him, just waiting for energy. And so yeah, I just basically had to wait for him to clear that fight. At this point in the war, we were doing really good actually. There was a mistake where someone wanted to, you know, just use his energy up for war. So he went a different route, and then he got stuck on a Sabertooth. So that was one of the deaths, but I'm sure he learned from his mistake, because when you make a mistake like that, it really hurts. Kind of like when I went into a Kingpin fight last season, and because I thought it was a Corg, so I'm sure he learned from his mistake. Regardless, I don't hold it against him, just because you know, you make mistakes. So yeah, waiting for this guy. I generally do not like watching people on my battle group fight, because if they die and I know it, I generally don't like to like tell him something like, hey dude, like why'd you do, or what happened. I generally like for them to be honest with me and just say something, and for me it's a much more positive relation with the members of my group. Anyways, here's the part where GM goes into the fight, doesn't tell me that he's gonna take the fight. So I'm here with a Void that I healed up a little bit just to take this fight. So again, not a big deal, but oh well. Anyways, this was the last war of the season. Had a lot of fun, and yeah, that Red 5 Modok had me like scared, but at the end of the day, did my duels, did my homework, and it came out all right. So yeah, fun Alliance War. Shout out to NEWN, fought them twice this season. Shout out to Legacy. Go and head over to his channel to see his point of view. He's on lane 4 of this war. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be doing an opening soon. I don't know when, but yeah. Take care, and I'll catch you guys later.